this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Now Darnold. And that one too wide and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 32 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Oh, some strong running. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Love now. A short throw to Musgrave. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Love fires that quickly onside. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Love. A short throw to Musgrave. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Yep, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he powers his way up past the 30. 53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Drill, 52. Hut, hut.
Here's Love. Now he's going to step up and run. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Set, ready. Yellow, 43.
In motion right, Dobbs.
Ready.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped. At the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Opposite. Green.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here is third down and 4.
Shot. Step. Ready.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's good for a Packers first down.
Come on. Ready.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Can't cycle.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Brings up second and
Play fake. Here's Love.
36 yards.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Packers first down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. A beautiful fake. And he'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. 80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second
Love.
and 10 on the Seahawks 48-yard line.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Now, like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Ready. Hut, hut.
They throw it out right complete. He's into space past the 25 and down to the 19-yard line. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Okay. Right.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
Brings up second down and
Ready.
5 yards.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case,
Josh Jacobs, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
well, this had not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they could move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Ready,
Matt
set.
LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2.
Don't float.
Set up for the
Ready.
two-point conversion.
Love throwing for it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Seahawks 18, Packers 6.
Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Back to throw, Darnold. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here's Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
The Seahawks.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
24. Packers 6. Jason Myers to kick
And after
off.
the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he returns this to the 22.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready, ready.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
22-yard line.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
560. Set.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
It's
Striker.
4th down.
3-3. Set. Hunt.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
7-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here. Set.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Fight. 97. Ready.
Throwing. Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. To throw is Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted this.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
First down, Seattle.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Here's Williams on the return. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Darnold's pass. Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Come on, set.
Dobbs goes in motion.
Set.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Ready.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Ready.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Let's go now.
They go with Jacobs. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Set.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Here we go. Yellow.
And someone a little too eager to block this extra point. Henceforth, the flag. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it 24-13. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Now Myers for the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Now they'll go with a reverse. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw now. Here's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Rail, yellow, set, hut, set.
Now Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
10 black. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
33, yellow. Spike, 60.
Looking to throw. Love. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Packers
52 blaster.
first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hut, hut.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Tackled that time by Derek Hall.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble,
Yellow,
really.
22. Set.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Set. Ready.
They'll go for it. This is Wilson. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's that's how they're approaching it. He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Packers' 29-yard line.
Faking the give, Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Now it's Darnold. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Quay Walker able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them.
And got his man complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Packers. Luke Musgrave, 87 yards. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Seahawks 38, Packers 21.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Blue striker. Set.
Working out of the gun. Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a ball deep from Musgrave. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And there's a point in the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that ball too well.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Rashawn Gary, his second sack of the night. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. 2nd and 10.
Down. Black 40. Rail. Yellow. Cut.
Here's Love. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Love fires that quickly outside. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Hut, hut.
That's caught. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. I mean, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Darnold. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 52 yards. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And a touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Darnold down to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Open man left side, Shaheed has it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To the air again, Darnold. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
These guys running back out of the backfield. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Seahawks, first down. First and goal.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw, Darnold. And it's caught. And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker from a yard out. And the Seahawks will add to their 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Packers 35.
Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
6, mega, set. Blue, 32, hut, hut.
Love looking to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brendan McManus on for the field goal. A very long attempt.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Quickly out wide is Love. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a gain of 11. And the Packers first down.
Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Brings up second
Another
and
try,
10.
2nd and 10 now.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Here's Love. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Here's a ball deep from Musgrave. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Luke Musgrave with his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. You know, we've discussed this before. We've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Trotting! And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Darnold. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's 1st and 10. Now Love. Watson bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll be at the 18-yard line